Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang Dhammang Sanghang Namasami. Namo Buddhaya, brothers and sisters. Very glad to be here to meet friends, old and new. Yeah, thank you. And I can see familiar faces on every Uposatha. Though I'm not here every Uposatha, I try to from now onwards. Can see familiar faces. Last session, I did mention about benefits of Uposatha, right? Still remember? Yes, huh? Okay, very good. So let us continue the session. Okay, today is 6 September 2025. Every one of us are here for one objective, and that is to purify our mind. Because as what the Buddha say, Buddha's teaching, all the Buddha's teaching, past Buddhas, our current Gautama Buddha, teachings, only one, and that is to avoid all evils, do good, and purify our mind. Do good, a lot of us are doing it. Can see a lot of times, right? Come for dana, right? Come for our events, Buddhist events. So you have been doing a lot of good. And taking precepts, you have been avoiding evils. So purify the mind is very important because the Buddha say, mind is the forerunner. So if we don't purify our mind, sometimes the mind can lead us nowhere. So the mind is very, very important if we can control it. So how to control it? How to purify it? And that is through meditation. So at home, a lot of times we are very busy with a lot of things, working, office. At home, a lot of house chores. Maybe sometimes need to do some exercise, right? So sometimes we forget to allocate time for our meditation. Yes, some of you do have, I know, right? But for Uposatha Day, that is the time that we can do extensive. That means we let go of all our house chores, our office chores, right? Our office work, and we settle down. At least we have one full day, even not full day, at least until 4 p.m. now. Yeah, until 4 p.m., then we can do our meditation. Take this opportunity to do our meditation. Yeah. So today, last week, the last session, I mentioned about what is Uposatha. Still remember what is Uposatha? And then from the root of Uposatha, the Sutta, Anguttara Nikaya 3.70, Buddha talked about how the best way of observing Uposatha is to observe like a noble one. So noble one means we observe, we recollect the 6 ways that the Buddha mentioned in this particular sutta, the 6 recollection method. First is Buddhanusati, Dhammanusati, Sanghanusati, Silanusati, meaning on our own sila, generosity, and also recollection on devas. Okay, so I would like to take this opportunity if opportunity permits, right? So today I will start with recollection of Buddhanusati. Then if we have chance, then Dhammanusati, Sanghanusati, Silanusati, generosity, the Chaganusati, and also Devanusati. Okay, so today I will start with Buddhanusati. Okay, so this is what previous session I mentioned about here. On this day, Uposatha day, the Sangha members, they will assemble, and for them, they will chant their Patimokkha, they will gather together to confess if they have done anything wrong to their seniors, to their fellow Sangha members. Like for us, lay people, for us, we also take this opportunity to come here, purify our mind, listen to the Dhamma, meditate, and also do some dana, charity, performing dana. Okay, so so this is what I mentioned. Okay, during this time, monastic and lay, we practice spiritual practice, doing reflection and renewal. Renew our vow in the sense that our aspiration of achieving the final goal, the ultimate bliss of happiness. Yeah, so this is the time for us to come together as a community, because as a community we have support. We support each other. So sometimes one person, you may feel lazy. But when we are together of Qi Gong say, we have the Qi Chang. Correct, no, sister? We have the Qi Chang when we group together to do Qi Gong. If alone the Qi is not good enough. Whereas when we do it together, the Qi Chang is very strong. When it's very strong, then it is very healing and it is more powerful. Likewise for Uposatha, we also come together. When we come together, when we do it together, you can actually, if you can give the testimony, when we are together, actually the meditation feels better. And when we see others, wow, they do it, sit so diligently. I also want to do it diligently, correct, no, brother? Yeah, so that is very good when we come together as a community to do it together, and we can support. We can support, and if anything, then we can share, right? So the Buddha said it is very good on Uposatha day, especially we group together and then we share Dhamma and we practice together. Okay, just now I mentioned the best way is to practice as a noble one. So every one of us are noble ones. So we do recollection. Then just now I mentioned already, recollection of Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, own sila, generosity, and also the recollection on the devas, the qualities of the devas. Okay. So today we will start with Buddhanussati. Today we didn't chant Buddhanussati. Why not we chant together? Since before we start, then we can chant on this. We recollect. We recollect on the Buddha's quality. Okay. Shall we do it together? We can do when we say the this Anussati. We talk about Buddhanussati, Dhammanussati, and Sanghanussati. So we chant these three together. Since just now we didn't chant, Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vicca charana sampanno sugato loka viju anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattha deva manusanang buddho bhagava. Swakato bhagavata dhammo santitiko akaliko Ehipasiko opanaiko Pachatang veditabo vinyuhiti Supatipano bhagavato sawaka sangho Ujupatipano bhagavato sawaka sangho Nyanya patipano bhagavato sawaka sangho Samici patipano bhagavato sawaka sangho Yatidang cattari purisa yugani Atta purisa pukkala Esa bhagavato sawaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo dakineyo anjali karaniyo anuttarang punya ketang lokasati Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Very good. So every day we do that, right? Why we do recollection? Because we do recollection, then we recall, every time we call back the qualities of the Buddha, the Dhamma and the Sangha. When we do that often with understanding what are the meaning of these qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, we actually increase our faith. When we increase our faith, since we are in Buddhist, we are Buddhists and we learn Dhamma, so we also want to have that conviction why we are doing it. What are the benefits that we can gain from that? What is the purpose of we doing? So with that, then if we increase our faith, so we have more conviction. With the conviction, right, we will follow, we will do it more faithfully, so it will bring more results, better results, giving fruits, right? So today we go through the qualities of the Buddha. So the first one, Arahant. If you all know, we can have a sharing also. If you want to share, you can always say, oh, I know this is what it means, yeah? Okay. So Arahant. Arahant is the worthy one. Why is he worthy? Right? Worthy. So we also want to know why is he worthy? That he deserves our respect. He deserves our gratitude to him. Right? So why is it worthy of? Arahant actually come from two words. Ari. Ari is actually enemies. Buddha also have enemies. Enemies. And Hatha is actually killing, destroy, killing. Why talking about killing? Ari, killing the enemies. Killing the enemies. Actually, the enemies, what are our enemies? Our anger, our ego, our hatred, right? Our delusion, and that is our enemies are our defilements, greed, hatred, delusion. Right? So the Buddha, he is worthy of our respect, of our having faith in him, is because he is worthy. Because why? He has destroyed, he has eradicated all the defilements. And the defilements is the same as us. Greed, hatred, delusion, ego, like what the brothers say. This is a bit low, I cannot see very clearly, but so he is worthy because he has destroyed all the defilements, which we are actually doing it. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Because actually I like to speak without mind, so it can be more natural and also, yeah, never mind, okay. So, the enemies are the same. His enemies and our enemies are all the same, and that is the defilements, our greed, hatred, delusion, right? So he has done that. And for us, we are still on the way. So some may be more advanced, some maybe a middle way, some maybe still starting. So we are at different level. But the Buddha has destroyed all these defilements. Okay, he has eradicated, and because of that, he has eradicated. He has acquired the knowledge, so he has a lot of wisdom and absence of secret evil doings. So sometimes, right, people will be thinking, oh, I do it in the absence of people, nobody around. I can just take a few mangoes from the mango tree. Nobody around. Okay, the mangoes are all hanging outside the garden, outside the fence. It looks so delicious. I can take one or two. Nobody see. Never mind. But the Buddha know. Nobody see. He also won't do. He has eradicated all these secret evil doing. So sometimes secret, right? We see nobody seeing. Actually, maybe some devas are watching, right? Devas up there are watching. No, in here, right? There may be a lot of devas here also listening to the Dhamma, accompanying us, practicing also, right? So sometimes we cannot see beings that we cannot see also. So they say absence of doing evils. Even in the absence of people, he still will not do it. He's generous because he shared the Dhamma to everyone. Compassion. Okay. Yeah, before I continue, right? Before I continue, all of you know what is a Buddha? Yeah? Or you want me to talk a little bit of who is the Buddha? Yes? Okay. Okay. Actually, Buddha, a very brief one, yeah, before I continue. If not, you say, hey, who is this Buddha, right? Okay. Actually, Buddha was born as a prince in the northern part of India. His father is a king, mother is a queen, King Suddhodana and Queen Mahamaya Pati. So before that, before he became a Buddha, he was born in a very, very rich kingdom, and he was given all the luxury. But when he was born as a baby, you know, in the ancient India, they have this custom, to invite the elders to forecast what is the future of this baby prince. So the father invited all the elders to come, and 7 of them say, oh, he will be either universal king, meaning very good king, or a sage, a very renowned sage, the monk. Only one of them, and the one monk who forecast, he said, oh, this prince in future will become a very great monk. So the father was worried, because if the prince become a monk, meaning his lineage will be cut off, there will be no successor for him. So from young, what he did, he actually enclosed this prince in the palace. He built 3 palaces for him. One for the rain season. You know, India, they have 3 seasons: rain season, one dry season, and one the winter season. So he actually built these 3 palaces for him, and some sort of enclosed him, his life, all while he stay in the palaces, and he has no connection with the outside world. So he never know what happened outside. But this prince, he's a special person. So when he grew up, right, he actually have a lot of thinking. He think a lot, he reflect a lot, and he recollect, he keep thinking, why this, why that. Then this foresight, he requested the king for him to go out to the city. And when he was out, he saw this foresight. One is he saw a sick person. Sick person was nursed by someone, then was very painful, very suffering. And another time he saw an old person walking, hunchback, very slow with a walking stick. Third one, he saw a person who was dead. So there was a funeral for him. And people was crying, the family crying. And so he asked, when he saw these three sights, right, he asked his attendant, Chanda. He said, what are all these? He never see. Because all the while, right, he was inside the palace, he never see. In fact, the king prevented him to see all this. Only let him see all the beautiful, all the enjoyment, all the luxury. So until one day he saw a monk, a sage, so peaceful, walking peaceful, so calm, with an alms bowl, walking for alms food. So when he saw this, right, he suddenly feels so peaceful and so calm. And he told himself, why these people, old age lah, sickness lah, and the person who died, right, why they suffer? Why people must grow old? Why people must have sickness? Why people must die? So he pondered, he kept thinking. So he decided, he said, I must find out the truth. Why is that so? When he asked the king to let him go, that he wants to renounce, the king disagreed, declined his request. Then he asked one question to the king. He said, King Father, are you not subject to old age? Will you not grow old? Are you not subject to illness? Are you not subject to death? Are you able to prevent all this, that you will not die, you will not go old? The father cannot say no. Because father himself also know people tend to have to grow old, sometimes have sickness, and one day death is certain. So the father have no choice, though he didn't agree, he still didn't agree. And he pulled him back, he actually pulled him back by marrying him to a beautiful princess, so that he can have good life, enjoying sensual pleasure, have entertainment, have beautiful girls every day dancing, eating good food. But he is not happy. Then one day he decided, one day when they were having entertainment, dancing, all those, everyone slept. So the girls, the dancing girls, they were all very beautiful while they were dancing, all the makeup, all this. And the prince got up in the middle of the night, and he saw all these people slept, and the ugliness in their nature. They were all overlapping one another. Their action, their posture, also ugly. And he looked and he realized the impermanence. He said, no, this is not the way that I want to see. I want to find the truth. That's why he decided to go renounce. So when he renounced, of course he cannot tell his father. And on the day itself, his beautiful Princess Yashodhara gave birth to a baby boy, and that is Rahula, Prince Rahula. But the father, meaning Prince Siddhartha, he said, no, I need to go. So he just secretly, while they were sleeping, everyone was sleeping, he just looked at them and then he left with the attendant, with the help of the attendant on the horse Kandaka, and they gallop until very far, so that the king's generals, the king's people won't catch him back. And from there on, he went off, he renounced, he cut off his hair, he removed all his beautiful clothes, right? His jewelries, all he returned to this Chanda and asked him to return to the palace and inform the king. And then he left. He walked in the area by walking slowly to find a jungle, to find a village, to find food, and from there he find place. And to cut the story short, he's sick. First thing, he asked for teacher. He looked for teacher, but he managed to find 2 teachers. But the 2 teachers didn't manage to help him. So he left the teachers also on his own. He walked and looked, trying to seek for the truth. And during the ancient India, there are a lot of monks. They will be walking in the village, walking, asking for food, some doing their own thing. Because during that time, all these monks, all these people they're also trying to look for the truth. Okay? So, and these people, they have various ways to do it. So a lot of time they do mortification, meaning they austere themselves, they hurt themselves, they punch themselves, they beat themselves, they sleep on the bed with nails. So to them, what they believe is, to find the truth, we must hurt they believe in their soul. See, from there only can find out the truth. So at first, Buddha also followed them, and he also tortured himself by having no food, by reducing food, until no food. So until later on, he only eat a grain of rice a day. So he tortured himself. Sometimes he also, like a dog, right? He did always, just like the other monks, but he couldn't find the truth. He was very disappointed. At that time, there are 5 friends follow him, because these 5 friends believe in this sage Gautama. So they believe in him. So they follow him and supported him. They go for alms round, bring food back for him, and see that he practiced. But for 6 years, he didn't manage to find any truth. So end of the day, he think and he said, this is not the way. Because his body was so weak, he couldn't even stand, he couldn't even sit, he can only sleep, and the mind is not thinking. So he decided, he said, this is not the way. In order to find the truth, I must have energy. How to have energy? I must have food. The food can only give me energy. So he decided, he left. They were staying in a jungle there, a cave there. So he left and he walked until he come to a riverside, the river Naranjara. And he washed up himself and he sit under a tree, sit under a tree. And at that time, there are 2 ladies came by, and they have some food. And when they saw this sage, they said, this sage looks so pure, so peaceful and so calm. So they offer food to sage Gautama, and that food is the milk rice. Okay, milk rice, which is popular in Sri Lanka, yeah, sister? Yeah. So he ate a food and he regained energy. And he told himself, I must sit here until I find the truth. That is his determination, adhithana. So he sit down, and that was the eve of Vesak. Every year we celebrated Vesak. So that was eve of Vesak. He decided that he sit down after the food, and over from 6 p.m. Yeah, he sit until the next morning 6 a.m. And during these three timing, that is the time that he realized the truth. He got the energy that he used this to think, to recall, to reflect, until he became enlightened. The next morning, the morning about dawn time, huh? And that is the day of the Vesak. He became enlightened, and that is the one under the tree. So because of that, he enlightened, and he was given the title, the Buddha. Buddha is not his name. The Buddha is a title, just like Prime Minister. Okay, so Prime Minister Anwar. Anwar is his name. Prime Minister is a title for the position. President, USA president, or any president of any country, that is a title for the position. Whereas the Buddha is the title for his enlightenment. Okay, so that is briefly how this Buddha came about. And why, when he became the Buddha, meaning he had already endowed with all the knowledge and his conduct. And for him, is to become a Buddha, right? It's not just one life. He has actually practiced. He has actually practiced over eons of life. Life after life, he practiced, perfected his 10 paramis. The 10 paramis, we can talk about it later. But one of them is adhithana, his determination. I want to become a Buddha. Okay, that was his vow during the Buddha Dipankara many eons ago. And because of that vow, his determination, he continued to strive on until this life, when he was the Prince Siddhartha, he became a Buddha. Okay, he enlightened and became a Buddha. So that is how how the Buddha came about. Okay, Buddha is not a name but a title. Okay, so his name is Gautama. Clan name is Gautama. So is Buddha Gautama. Okay, that is how he became. Okay, so now we continue. So now roughly, yeah, we know what is the Buddha already. So why we revere, why we respect, and why we follow his teachings. So first one, Arahang, worthy one, because he has already eradicated all his defilements throughout his practice, and especially on the night itself, he cleared all the defilements. Okay, the second one, Sama Sambuddho. Sama Sambuddho meaning perfectly enlightened one. He was enlightened, but his enlightenment is self-enlightenment because he has no teacher to teach him how to be enlightened. If he has teacher to teach him how to be enlightened, then his teacher would have been enlightened also, right? So, but he enlightened by himself. He has no teacher, and he has break his cycle of samsara, in the samsara, by eradicating all the mental defilements and attain nibbana. And he realized, this is very important, he realized the truth by himself and was able to teach others. There are three types of enlightenment. One is a Sama Sambuddho, enlightened, able to teach, and enlightened by himself. And another one is Pacceka Buddha. Pacceka Buddha enlightened by himself but cannot teach. The third one is Arahant. Arahant, enlightened, but he needs a teacher to teach him how to enlighten. A guidance of the teacher to become enlightened. They can teach, yes, but they are not by himself. They are enlightened by the guidance, through the guidance of the teacher, like the Buddha. Buddha have many disciples who are enlightened. Example, the Venerable Sariputta, Venerable Moggallana, Venerable Ananda, right? Many of them, Anuruddha, many of his disciples. Yeah. So Sama Sambuddho, that is the meaning. He perfectly enlightened by himself and able to teach. Okay. You see this photo, this picture, Brahma Sahangpati. On the night after he became enlightened, right? He didn't straight away get up from the place. Yeah, he was under the tree. Now called, after his enlightenment, is called a Bodhi tree. Bodhi tree means enlightened tree. Okay, actually the original name is Pipa tree. Okay, but because of the Buddha enlightened under this tree, so this tree was also revered as Bodhi tree, yeah, enlightened tree. Yeah. So this Sahangpati, because after the Buddha enlightened, he contemplating. He didn't come out until 7 weeks later. Every week he recollected on every 1 week he recollected on one item, gratitude to the Bodhi tree. He also recollected the dependent origination. So one by one over 7 weeks. Then after 7 weeks he was thinking, it is so difficult. The truth that he realized is so difficult. And humans, at that time the humans, they are all householder. So it will be very difficult for them to teach, for them to listen to the Dhamma, to understand the truth. So he was contemplating whether to teach or not to teach. Then this Brahma Sahangpati up there in the Brahma world, somehow watching. Because when the Buddha was sitting under the tree for his to become a Buddha, a lot of devas, they were actually watching, they were actually supporting him, right? Giving him the energy, also watching him, supporting him. So when they saw, this Brahma Sahangpati saw the Buddha and somehow can read his mind, he was contemplating whether to teach or not to teach. Then the Brahma, come down. Okay, very fast come down and pay respect to the Buddha. That time already a Buddha. So he came down, pay respect and requested the Buddha to teach. He said, yes, there are people with dust in the eyes. Dust in the eyes means we are covered by the truth. So we are ignorance. We don't know. We are not clear. So we are covered. Clear, not clear by what? Not clear because of our senses. So we are craving to our senses. So he said, these people, very difficult to listen. Then Brahma Sahangpati requested and pleaded and said, there are people with less dust, little dust in their eyes. They will understand. That's why by thinking, so the Buddha agreed. That's why he started to think who he can teach. So at first he thought of his teacher, but the Deva said, oh, your teacher, first teacher already passed away 1 week ago. Oh, second teacher just passed away yesterday. So he was thinking, a bit sad, he said, oh, if they are around, they will be, two of them will be understand, they can understand. So he said, oh, what a waste, but never mind. Then he thought of his 5 friends. Remember his 5 friends who supported him during the 6 years of Austria practice? So he remembered them. Then the devas told him, oh, they are at the Sarnath there, the deer park there. Oh, okay. Then he started to walk to look for them. And that's how when he reached there, he teach them the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. And that was the truth of the Dhamma. And from there, the teaching started he passed the teachings, he shared the teachings to all his 5 friends, and then after 5 friends to many more, and he advised them to go out and share to many more people, and at that time it's only limited to India, northern part of India, because transport is a limitation, is a constraint, so they can only walk, so they cannot walk too far, so the only northern part of India. So this Brahma Sahampati, because the Buddha, in a way, when he wants to teach, also he needs someone to invite. So this is the job, the role of Brahma Sahampati. Okay, so let's see the next one. Okay, Vidya Charana Sampanno. Vidya is knowledge. Charana is conduct. So the Buddha is complete with knowledge and conduct. So let us see what are these knowledge and the conduct that he has accomplished and perfected. Okay. Remember when he was under the Bodhi tree, after taking the milk rice, so he sat under the tree meditating. And during the first watch, meaning from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., that is the first watch. First watch of the night, he recollected all his past lives, his own past life. Life from the later one to earlier and earlier and earlier. So he recalled his life. Who was he? What was his name? What was his clan's name? Who was the father, mother, and what did he do? All this he recollected and he recalled all his past lives. He managed to have this knowledge, this ability. Okay, what is it important? Because by recollecting his life, right, then he understands why this happened. Right? Why this happened? When we talk about karma, that is related, right? Related, yeah. So he recollected all his past life until eons ago. So he managed to have this ability. That is the ability of the mind. Okay. Then from 10 p.m. to 2 p.m., that is called the second watch. That is how they divide the timing. Last time they don't have clock. So for them, right, just like Chinese, you say, 一更啦, 二更啦, 三更啦, tong, 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 they will come, at night they will come, tong, okay, what time already, okay, tong, what time already. So they use that to know the time. Likewise for them, they roughly, right, looking from roughly 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. is the first watch of the night. And then 10 p.m. to 2 p.m. is the second watch of the night. And then from 2 p.m. to 6 a.m. from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m. in the morning is the third watch. So he was there sitting and meditating. So first watch, he recalled his own life. Second watch, that means 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., he recalled the lives of beings, all other beings, the disappearance and reappearance of beings die, rebirth, die, life after life. And he saw it and he understand it. Oh, that life, right, he was like this, he do a lot of killings. So this life, he was short life. He do a lot of cheating. So this life, he was cheated, right? So, he was stolen. He take people's things. So the next life, his things were stolen. So he can read. He recollected all the karma, the lives of beings. And then the third watch, meaning 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., the knowledge, meaning he destroyed all his defilements. That is the third watch. So because he destroyed, he eradicated all his defilements, his greed, hatred, delusion, so he became a Buddha. Meaning to become a Buddha, to become enlightened, meaning important, we have to eradicate greed, hatred, and delusion, which is the one, especially the craving, the cause of it, that make people rebirth, death, rebirth, all continuing in the samsara. So because he has eradicated all his defilements, so his life was that was his life, this last life, last life as a human. Okay, and he will not be reborn again. So he was enlightened. Okay. Why is this important? Why is this knowledge important? Especially the second knowledge. The second knowledge, so because as a teacher, later on as a teacher, right? Because he teach his monastic disciples as well as lay disciples. So because of understanding, then he can guide people, say how not to do bad. How not to do bad. Why is it important to do good? If not, the karma will take place, and our life, right, will not be what we want, right? The happiness is not always there because of what we do, our conduct, our actions, our intentions. So that is very important, this knowledge. And the third one is for himself. He has purified himself already. Okay, charana. See, let's see what are the conduct, the perfect that the Buddha has perfected. First thing, sila. He is perfectly good in his sila. He abstained all killing. He abstained all stealing, telling lies, sexual misconduct, the drinking of deluded the mind, and for moderation in eating. He encouraged eating, not eating after meal. Like today, we can practice Uposatha, not eating after meal. After we take our lunch, that means we will be fasting. Consider we will be not eating until the next morning dawn, breakfast time. Okay, so that is what the Buddha said, moderation in eating. There's also during the Buddha's time, right, the people there are quite poor also, the village people. And the Buddha also compassion for them. He said that daytime they prepare one meal for Sangha members. Then at night, at least they no need to, get themselves busy and prepare food again. So this after meal, at least these people can also practice, can also do their chores. And keeping awake at night, this is very important. Because the Buddha, right, rarely sleep. He only sleep about 2 hours a day only. But why what was he doing whole day? 24 hours, only sleep 2 hours. He only sleep about 3 to 4 o'clock, 2 to 4 o'clock. And then he will get up already. So daytime, he will teach his people. After teaching his disciples, if he is outside, if he's not in the monastery, he will be walking to teach other people from other villages. He will use his time as much as possible to teach. At night, right, the devas will come and see him. Why devas only come at night? Devas say human very chowby. Smell. Humans are very smelly, so they don't come in the daytime. They come at night to seek the support of the advice of the Buddha. So remember the Mangala Sutta? Mangala Sutta, the deities also came middle of the night, right? Illuminate the whole monastery. It's at night, so when they come down with all their aura, right, their light, so they illuminate the whole monastery, and from there, right, and then they will ask questions, and the Buddha will answer them, will give them advice. Yeah. So the Buddha will only sleep from about 2 to 4, and he will get up. Get up to do what? He will survey. He will survey the world and see who needs help, who is due for enlightenment. Then he will come and give advice. So that is what the Buddha do every day. And the Buddha will spend his time, right, very fruitfully. He won't simply spend time. Every time, wherever he goes, right, he will make sure that he saves someone from doing bad, or help someone to be enlightened. Okay, Sada, strong faith. Hiri Ottappa. Hiri Ottappa is moral shame and moral dread. Moral shame meaning you feel shameful to do evil. Moral dread, you scared. We scared, after doing these bad things, right, then the bad thing will come to us, so you scared. So Hiri Ottappa, Hiri Ottappa is actually the guardian, moral guardian. If every one of us, right, have this mental attitude of Hiri Ottappa, that means we will not do any evil, because we know evil is no good. Evil will bring bad result to us and others. We will harm others. So because of that, then we totally cut off this bad action. And Bahu Sutta. Bahu Sutta meaning much learning. He is always still learning, even though he is already a Buddha, but he still learn. He still learn, and he still learn people also, understand the people, mindfulness, and have insight. Because he already realized the truth, so he have the insight and jhanas, and also untiring energy. The Buddha has a lot of energy, virya. So virya is also one of the parami, okay, that he has perfected, and with his sleeping less, so he has all the energy, right, to help other people. Sugato. Sugato is well gone, meaning well gone. So well gone to where? Okay, in this case, right, because the Buddha, after so long journey from samsara, from eons of samsara, he has perfected himself, he has realized the truth, and he has become enlightened. So in this case, he has considered as well gone when he passed away, right? Parinimana, that means he has already gone with achieving his aim, achieving his aim of enlightenment, achieving his aim of helping others to enlighten, and also sharing the Dhamma, so that people have the solution, the methods, the techniques, right, to use to become enlightened. So he's well gone in this manner. Loka vidu, knowledge of the world. Knowledge of the world. So he knows everything. He knows everything from the truth. He knows everything of the universe. He knows everything of psychology, the world system, everything he knows. So he is a knower of the world. So because he knows, and he knows people also, that's why he can give good advice. He can give good teachings. So during his 45 years of missionaries, it means from his become enlightened until his Mahaparinibbana is 45 years. So during these 45 years, he has helped millions of people to learn the Dhamma, to become better people, more important, if not enlightened, but at least more better people, so that they can be closer and closer to become enlightened. So he has helped the kings, the queens, the ministries, humans, lay people, householders, a lot of people. The monastic, householder, devas also, gods and men, Okay. So, Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati. He is a trainer. He is an incomparable trainer for trainable men. Some people are easy to train. So to him, there is no problem. Even his disciple can train. But there are some people, right, who are very dangerous, who are very difficult to train. Example, there's who is this? Angulimala. You know Angulimala? Heard of Angulimala? Yes, okay, I don't have to explain. See, Angulimala, so serial killer, but managed to be tamed. Heard, okay. Managed to be tamed by the Buddha. Okay, Buddha has his way. Who he see and that people, right, needs which way to be tamed, he will use the method. So that is his skillful means. He has the knowledge of the skillful means. And this is the drunken elephant. So drunken elephant, elephant is so big. So even you knock by this elephant, also anyone will be just died, right? But he has his way. This drunken elephant, because of his background, so he used his way to calm him down. Metta, in this one, he used metta to cool down, to calm down, and to tame down this drunken elephant, Nalagiri. There are many stories in the discourses, the suttas, that Buddha has actually used different methods to tame many people, or to correct them, to guide them. Okay, Satta Deva Manusanam. He is a teacher of gods and men. He's a teacher of gods and men. This one is Patachara. He also helped this Patachara who have lost children, lost his husband, lost her husband, lost her parents, brothers. So she became crazy, right? She lost her mind. She was so sad, so grieved by the loss of her loved ones, and people brought her to see the Buddha, and the Buddha managed to guide her out of these sufferings. Okay. And this one is, last week I mentioned before, Hataka, remember? Hataka of Alavi, the last session I mentioned before, how the Buddha managed to overcome these fierce demons, very fierce, very powerful, very fierce, very powerful demons from becoming bad, becoming further bad, even more evil. until this demon became his disciple, his follower, follow him everywhere and support the Buddha. So Buddha is teacher of gods and men. Yeah. If for us, right? For us householder, Sigalovada Sutta is a very good example how the Buddha used this sutta, right? Sigalovada Sutta, to teach us, right? Okay, Buddho. We always say Buddho, awaken. Buddha, the awakened one. Buddho, awaken. Yeah. So Buddha is the awakened one. And awakened from what? Awakened from destroyed the ignorance. Destroyed the ignorance, so he became awakened. And he understands, he has the knowledge, he has the will, the means to help others. And also he awakened, so he is free from rebirth. Okay, Bhagawa, the blessed one. Why is he blessed one? Okay, because he has supreme capability to restrain his mind. After his enlightenment, his mind is clear, his mind is unshaken. What is true is unshaken. And he has the highest morality, deepest concentration, and also penetrated wisdom. So he has a fame because of his qualities, because of his teachings, because he helped so many people. So a lot of people revere him, respect him, and have gratitude on him. And that's why, because of that, his fame, he is very famous during that time. Even last time, there are many groups of practitioners. But other practitioners, we call White Dao, White Dao, yeah. So these followers also come and learn from the Buddha. Yeah. And he has, apparently he is considered very, I wouldn't say handsome, but the appearance, very pure appearance, very calm, right? The composure is good. And there is a saying that he has physical special marks on his physical body. 32 major, 80 minor, that is not important, but important is his Dhamma. Yeah? His qualities that we can revere on, and we can emulate. And accompanied by his aspiration to become a Buddha through his determination and his entiring energy, virya. So Buddha, before he became a Buddha, he was a normal human, right? A prince, normal human like all of us. So all this while, the Buddha actually mentioned, all of us have this nature. It is for us, right, to find ourselves, to become enlightened. Right? So he is a human. We are also human. Okay, we are all the same, except that how and our purpose, and our energy, our determination, our aspiration. His encouragement is very good for all of us. Okay. This one was just now the story of the Buddha, the background of Buddha. So important, faith. Understanding the Buddha, understanding what is the Buddha, okay, who is the Buddha, and more important, his teachings, the Dhamma. So from there, right, we practice. Practice for what? Our ultimate goal is to become enlightened. If from learning from the Buddha, then we also can free ourselves from greed, hatred, and delusion. Then gradually towards the goal, of ultimate bliss of Nibbana. Tokang, tokang, kane, kane. This is also Buddha's words. The Buddha say gradual, step by step. Okay, step by step. Tokang, tokang, kane, kane. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Step by step. Then only you can finally achieve the goal. Yeah. Okay, so may we together develop our faith in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha by understanding what these qualities of the Buddha. And if you look closely, like one by one, okay, the conduct of the Buddha, we can also achieve, right? We can also achieve by observing our precepts, by doing good, right? By following the good karma, the good actions, by avoiding all the evils, we also can follow and achieve the charana that the Buddha endowed. And his moderation in eating, we also can do it. We can cut our pleasure, eating pleasure. So we observe, and we observe our craving through our senses. And twice a month, at least twice a month, we can have one day eating, one meal a day on Uposatha. So that also we can follow. We can sleep a little bit late. Of course, now we say at least 6 hours. At least 6 or 8 hours, I don't know. I only sleep 4 hours. Yeah. So it's not say that we use this time, or we sleep late, then we play handphone. It's not that. Okay. We make use of our time fruitfully, meaningfully. Yeah, that is what the guidance, the advice of the Buddha also. Right? So more important, cultivate our sila, do good, avoid evil, purify our mind. Right? So everyone can do. Right? Everyone can do. So let us have our aspiration together. Yeah, we can do it together. And one of these days, right, they tung, Brother Andy, tung already. Brother Jaya, tung already. Wow, enlightened already. Yeah. So that is not far. Yeah. Bande Indaratana, every sutta class, remember this is your life, last life. So make sure you practice. This is from Bante Indaratana. Practice diligently. This is your last life. Make it your last life. So sometimes when we say, right, Bante, we try this life, we cannot next life. No next life. He said no next life, only this life. Yeah. So let us practice diligently. Okay. Thank you for all the listening, brothers and sisters. Let us continue our session today until Dana, and then afternoon we can continue our practice. Okay. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.